Yo, what's good, guys? Episode 31, Convos in the Attic. So, short conversations among friends about the simplest of things, backed up by the deepest of thoughts, all done in our separate rooms, attics, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, episode 31. We have one hell of a guest today, and of loveliest test friends. Yeah, a special friend of the boys ever since. And we just want to welcome the beautiful, the smart, the remarkable, Mr. Joaquin.
Wow!
Hey
Yeah.
Albert, you guys got me here na, so enough of
Grabe yung intro na yun, ah. Best introduction guest yun, ah.
Passion day today,
Sobrang
bro.
hype.
But for the most part, for this episode, we just want to check in on each other again, like, because that's how we do things here. Like, because at the end of the day, this is becoming like a therapeutic medium for us. So whenever we would invite our friends in, like you, Bash, just want to check in on you too, like things that you've been up to, things of those nature. But yeah. So,
Yes.
boys, we have to take Bash on a hot seat.
Mhm.
Wild questions. Because is down for anything, as per what she told me.
Go.
for you guys. Game.
But yeah, love. First off, started off with the real. How were you so far, being in quarantine?
How am I?
Yeah, love. Like generally, how you been coping with things?
Okay. I'll answer, but you guys have to answer also, ha?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So start of quarantine. That happened like March, no?
Yep.
It was like pretty bad nung start. I don't know with you guys, but it was like super draining in all aspects, like mentally, emotionally, well, physically also, kasi parang naging you just like stayed inside your room or inside the house,
Yeah.
and then everyone was just watching Netflix or browsing
Jeez.
through social media. But like everything was freaking toxic. As in, like, you wake up the next day, or like not even the next day. Parang in a day there would be like multiple news or like announcements. That's like
Yeah.
super sad and draining. And then it was like that for like a month. And it didn't help na work was also like piling up. And
Yeah.
like since I work in an advertising agency, I just
Yeah.
didn't see the point in like continuing work at that time. So it became super toxic. But then like now like I found myself becoming really irritable, and I didn't like what I was becoming. Like I'd want to isolate myself with like from my siblings, from everyone at home, or even from my friends. Like I couldn't even do video calls or reply to messages. And yun, I just didn't like the person I was becoming. So I'm like doing meditation now, and everything. Slowing it down.
I hear you. Yeah. Yes. Yo,
I think you just do what you can.
yo, just to provide. Yeah, love. Like I'm all for it. I'm all for that. Just to get your peace of mind. Yeah.
Yeah. How about you guys?
Wait, before we start, boys, with the questions, contextually for our audience, for Bash, we became friends with her. through
Okay.
So yeah, just to provide context, so during our stint in uni, we were able to become close with Bash, and from there we were able to build a strong relationship. So, yo, boys, ask away. the burning questions for Bash.
Wala naman. Grabe.
Just
bakit,
like
bakit may na-isolate yung sarili mo?
Ano?
Bakit ka naging parang anti-social?
Yeah, why?
Or, like, what happened? What changed?
I guess it was also noisy kasi. And for me, because I was absorbing the news, like the news about COVID, and it didn't help also that a lot of my family members are frontliners. So it was like really toxic for me.
Your sister, right?
Yeah, my sister, and then I have cousins, my tito, and then, you know, like my mom also isn't here. Like she's staying in Belgium right now. And Belgium is like part of the top 10 countries with the most cases.
oh, I never
So
knew.
it's like super toxic. Yeah. And then for me, I can't bring myself to engage in conversation with other people pa. Kasi I tend to absorb also what they're feeling. When I can't even handle my own feelings, I can't handle others as well. So yun, like I just isolated myself.
I think also at that time, like it happened so abrupt.
Yeah.
Na parang all of a sudden, like before the lockdown started, everyone was wondering, will we work from home? Like how long this will be? Like we had no idea yet about how bad the virus was. Tapos when si President nag-announce na lockdown, ayun, biglang kagulo lahat. Like people didn't know what to do. Kaya gets ko yung stress ni Bash, like why it was so stressful that time. Magulo. Magulo, no?
I went to a wedding pa the last day bago mag-lockdown. And I was like, oh my God.
How was it? Wala pang mask that time, di ba?
Wala pa. But then like, I wore a mask. I was so scared. But then I had to take it off like for pictures. And then I was part of the entourage pa. So parang, okay, game. But like, luckily, no one got COVID.
Yeah.
Sa buong
Yeah.
But then, it was so scary. Like, check na nila yung temperature mo by then. And then at first, hindi ako pinapasok kasi mataas yung temperature ko.
Oh, she hot.
Like, I got scared.
Jinx.
I got scared.
Boy. She hot.
Jinx.
But then because it was hot nga lang. Because it was outdoors. So, ayun.
Yes.
Baka naman di siya marunong mag-ganon. Kasi minsan, yung environment yung natitake mo eh. Hindi yung...
Talaga ba?
Oh, may setting yon, may setting
Alam
yun.
mo,
May ganun
those
kasi.
Go.
Hindi consistent yung mga temperature things na yan. Paiba-iba per mall. Ano?
Hindi nakakalibrate na maayos.
Galit ka na.
Hindi naman. Pero yun lang, hindi reliable lahat ng temperature things na yan.
For the most part, they do it for show. You know what I mean? Just to make people feel like something's being done.
Pero grabe yung, I don't know with you guys, pero na-anxiety ako pag ginaganon ka. Like,
Every time.
Parang, oh my God, di ko alam.
What if mataas, di ba?
Oo, di ba?
But yo, love, just to divert the vibes, like from that like isolation mode, and of course us being bogged down with like the bad things happening around us during the pandemic, like we also got word that you have a new love in your life, and it starts with the letter G.
G?
For G! We have no idea who this person? But yeah, love, just to like pick things up, like we're fans of this individual. And how's that working for you, love? Like with G?
We've been together for 4 months.
Wow.
We're living na.
Live-in na.
Yeah. We stay in the same room and everything. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
We want to
Within
meet
4 months?
Yeah, it's Guppy.
Gupper!
Hey.
Fons. Thumbnail,
Gusto ko ng dog. Gusto ko ng pug.
Paano ko sa'yo? Pa-deliver ko
Pahiram.
to sa time. So, pahiram lang.
G ako. As I swear. G ako. Pa-XP.
But yeah,
Ayun.
that's nice, love. Like you being able to like have a new, someone to take care of during this time.
Wait,
That
so
helps.
nakuha mo si Guppy nung pandemic na?
Yeah.
Share my Fons.
He's a lockdown baby. I mean, puppy. I got him June ata.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so with Guppy, I don't know with you guys, but then have you noticed a lot of people have been getting pets? I mean, have been getting puppies, right?
Actually,
Yeah, I've seen some people online.
Quite a few.
Mm.
I guess it's because like they give you a sense of control. Like right now, so much is happening, diba? And it's out of your control. But then like a pet, I don't know, you get to name it. And then it adds like a sense of routine pa rin in your life. Oh no, he's barking.
that's real. That's real.
But at the same time, it gets annoying at times. Or maybe I'm just a bad owner.
Oh, it's the start. It's the start.
But it like ruins your flow or your dynamic. Yeah.
May
Why do you name him
responsibilities din yan eh.
Yeah, that's real.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Why do you name him Guppy?
Guppy. Fons, I'm not sure. Ikaw ba yung nakausap ko nung college then about this?
no.
But then, I don't know. No, hindi ikaw. Like, kasi, well, Guppy, since I'm a water person, like, I plan on
Gulp?
Guppy, kasi diba, baby fish is a guppy.
Oh, di ko alam.
Gotcha.
Legit ba yan? Guppy sa baby fish?
Oh,
Tawag.
baby
Oh.
fish yun. So like, I intend to raise him as a water pug. We'd go to the beach and stuff.
Water.
I like
But at
it.
the same
Yeah.
Or
time,
Pokemon ah. Water
Oh.
type.
like, diba, pag baliktarin mo yung pug, Gup. So nickname niya Gup. Ayun. Yun lang.
Kaya pala.
Gusto ko
Yeah.
It's a cute name, no? Guppy.
Yeah. Another thing that we noticed with the things that Basha's been on that we actually want to talk about today is something that we try to emulate as well. Because, like, amongst your friends, I think we can safely say that Bash is like a proponent for sustainable living.
Yes.
And
Try to be.
inspiring, real talk, love. Like, we do appreciate how you just like spread information about them.
Thank you.
You know,
I know-
Bash is like the only person na kilala ko personally who really tries to be sustainable.
Ako,
Pero,
I save water
Ikaw?
every day. Bro, matipid
Kailan?
ako sa tubig.
ha?
Sa bahay, bro. Di ako magastos sa tubig. Ayoko gumagamit ng... Di ako nagpa-flush lagi.
Come on, son.
So, don't use my bathroom kung nasa bahay ko.
Noted
Jesus.
on that. Pero, Bash, I'd like to ask lang kasi when did this start? Like, when did you start being more sustainable or interested in living a more sustainable life? Kasi dati, nung magka-work tayo, parang hindi ko pa na-notice yan. Yeah. Pero when did this start for you?
What does it mean for the viewers?
Oh my gosh. I actually haven't thought of that.
For you.
Or what triggered it? Yeah.
What triggered it? Oh my gosh. Well, grabe na ano nga ako dun na-hot seat ako dun
It's your
It's good nga eh.
I think what really triggered me was I came across this article na basically we have like around 10 years left for the earth for us to help the irreversible damage that's gonna happen to the earth, which means by irreversible damage, like by 2 degrees, I think, iinit tayo. I mean, iinit yung world, which doesn't
Yeah.
seem like a lot, diba? But if that happens kasi, most of the corals will die, and the corals help us breathe, guys. It's not just the trees. Anyway, like I'm not gonna get into that. But then when I read that, parang that's quite sad, and it's our generation that's supposed to help fix this. Or else it stops. Like basically if like nawala yung earth, patay tayong lahat. And it's sad na the priorities is like money, building more buildings, I don't know, clothes or what, but like everything comes from natural resources. So if we don't take care of it, we're literally nothing. And as someone who like grew up being so close to nature, like I'd always go to the beach. And by beach, hindi yung parang, vacation lang. And like, it's more than just a backdrop. It's life. So,
talk that talk.
That triggered me, like, when I saw that. Because we can do something. And for you to be able to see or like read up na parang, you saw na it's gonna happen. And then you choose to turn a blind eye.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite sad. Like, you're closing on life. And wala lang. Parang, wala lang. Yun lang, like, depend on it. And then for like people na parang, mas matagal na yung world nandito than us. Like, animals, trees, water, mas matagal sila nandito. And then for the short time na we were here, we were able to do so much damage to the point na pwede siya maging irreversible. Like, how irresponsible is that of us, diba? So, yeah, we do what we can.
You know,
what can
weird
we do?
For me is a lot of people deny that there's actually climate change.
Yeah.
Sabi nila,
It's not real. Pero like for example, something we can relate to, like right now it's hot as fuck and it's already September.
Sobra! Sobrang init! Sobra.
Yeah. Pero what were you saying, Fons?
Wala. Yung sinabi kasi ni Bash kanina, we do what we can, di ba? Pero, syempre, as in, di naman tayo lahat merong pera para mag-donate or, alam mo yun, para mag-help sa sustainability and shit. So, what can everyone can do in their own way?
Yeah. Tips.
Like, small things. Kasi ako, gusto ko talaga matipid sa water kasi alam ko like there's a global shortage in water.
Yeah.
Kasi,
Right now there's no water in Valenzuela or Venezuela. Here in the Philippines.
Like people take for granted na parang kala nila unlimited yung water, but like tingnan mo sa US, as in ang daming states doon na halos wala na silang mainom na water. Wala nang clean water kasi na-deplete na, tapos may mga corporations pa like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, like inuubos na yung water to produce soft drinks na parang wala namang nutritional value. There's no value in those type of products na parang like more than half the percentage of water na pupunta lang sa like to useless stuff that we don't need. Tapos that's why ako like nagtitipid talaga ako sa tubig every day as hindi ako nagpa-flush.
Joke pala yun.
Hindi naman, as in, syempre, when it's yellow, let it mellow. When it's brown, flush it down.
Okay. First time to hear that,
Hindi, pero ganun. Tapos pag nag-shower ako, like tinatiming ko talaga yung paggamit ng water. Wala lang. Kasi, for me talaga yung water shortage yung parang papatay sa atin, I feel like.
Yeah. No, kasi like, we can live longer, go longer without food. But then with water, it would take like a few days lang. And then you're dead. Like, that's it.
Yeah. Yun
lang. And, yeah. So how to like...
Ikaw, Yash, what do you do?
Yeah.
Well, it's not that hard really kasi people think it's so hard kasi they see extremes. Like they
Yeah.
see Greta
Yep.
like doing her own thing na parang even I can't do that. But it's as simple as supporting companies that are responsible
Mm.
or
Real
choosing
talk.
clothes na sustainable. Kasi clothes are actually one of the biggest industries. I mean, fashion is a big industry that uses up water. Like, sobra.
Yeah.
And not to mention na hindi, most of the time, hindi sila ethical. Like, sweatshops pa yung system nila, diba? So, it's as simple as, like, choosing what businesses to support. Because it actually all boils down with demand from people. So these companies will not be giving what they think people want if we end up like, not supporting it. So like yung plastic straws, like because nagkaroon ng outrage na parang stop using plastic straws and what, more companies are doing, okay, mag-paper straws na lang tayo or wheat straws.
Yeah.
How McDo is doing na every Friday in Ortigas na walang straw at all, diba? So
Yeah.
it all boils down with like your own habits. It's not really like donating. If like your habit is all, I don't know, like basta yung I don't know.
I feel like
Wag mag-flash nga.
Wag mag-flash.
no. Like hindi kasi feeling ko talaga pagdating sa like ganyang issues, like global issues. Feeling ko talaga ang dami mo contribute by doing the smallest of things. Eh.
Yeah,
Parang
legit.
just wag ka lang magkalat. As simple as that, ang dami natin solve na problems. Eh. Or like pick up
Dala ka ng
trash.
eco bag. Yun na yun.
Yeah, dala kang eco bag. Huwag ka nang
True.
gumamit ng plastic. Wala lang.
You know what, feel ko in our, at least here in the Philippines, like sustainability isn't taken as seriously yet compared
It's
to
seen
other
as a
countries.
trend. It's seen as a trend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kasi like in the past 5 years, ang dami ko nang nakita na signature campaigns, tas may influencer pa, and it will last for like 3 months, then wala na. Like, you'll never hear from it again. So, sayang lang na people aren't taking it. Because it's not a primary concern eh. People here are more concerned with, how will they survive? How will they eat?
Yep.
True.
So, kailangan i-sacrifice yan.
But that's like super ironic though, kasi we are a company. We are a country that lives on agriculture.
Yeah.
As an agriculture country tayo, which is like sorry, I'm gonna name drop, but like it really annoys me how Villar is saying nga na parang we don't need water or land, we don't need research for agriculture, or parang she got mad na tataasan yung price for bigas or palay, I think, basta yung for farmers. And I'm like, right now, we are living because of agriculture. And like the priorities are not there. Like we could really help our economy if we help our farmers. And like see how important natural resources are for like everyone.
That's been like an issue for the longest time, Brett, in terms of like how we compensate our farmers. Because like it's well documented that we haven't been able to just like give them as much as they should. So yeah, I hear you, love. Like with that whole bit with Villar, it's quite sad in terms of like how priorities are being set out.
Yeah.
The government. But yeah, like what you mentioned earlier, just being able to like being better with your personal habits in terms of like not using too much plastic, like not trying to waste like what Fonzie mentioned earlier, not to waste too much water, things of those nature. Like small steps like those, I believe could definitely help. Like at the end of the day, it starts with us.
Yeah. Small stuff talaga. And it's a ripple effect. Like
Definitely.
other people see what you're doing and then they'll start rethinking now, why am I not doing that? Or if it's that easy, maybe I can do it then. So, it's just habits, really.
Or like,
And yeah,
like, just tell someone na, tell a friend na manood ng podcast natin para
Good.
alam nila na dapat sustainable living na tayo, ganyan.
that's
I
what
don't think I did a good job at explaining it, but then, sige.
no.
Let's
Well,
educate ourselves. Kasi
Bigyan
kahit
ko na
naman
ng
tayo kulang naman tayo sa knowledge about sustainable living. So pag mag-research lang
Yeah.
tayo and find ways we can help, I think
yeah, I'm
that's
guilty
a
of
big
that.
step.
I'm guilty of that. Yeah. That's why we're grateful for friends like Bash.
Oo nga.
Yeah. Pero Bash, di ba you visited a lot of beaches.
Uy!
Like
Beaches.
you're always in the beach nga. Pero kamusta naman yung state ng mga beaches ngayon? Would you say they are cleaner?
It depends kung anong beach.
Di ba luminis kasi wala ng tao? Or
Well, I wish I was there now, but for I know na a lot of beaches now have cleanups, cleanups being done by the locals. So if you think about it, no, they're not cleaner. It's because of tourists, and most of the
Yeah.
time, these are local tourists
Oh shit.
who are littering. So I've actually talked to a few locals in a few provinces, and then like recently in La Union, I know na they have cleanup drives na rin. They ban drinking and smoking the beach. That's why kapag may party, naka-close off, so no one can go there.
Good.
Because people tend to disrespect the place. So it's more of like out of sight, out of mind.
Yep.
You know how like when you're in a vacation, yun nga, people think na parang someone else will take care of it for me.
yeah.
Or I'm in a vacation, so I don't need to think about this. Nagiging ganun siya. So I'd like to say it became cleaner, but there are a lot of efforts for it to be clean. But there's another thing for it to be aesthetically clean and being clean, really. So
Yeah.
it's like the news right now. Then yung dumping white sand sa Manila Bay.
Yeah.
That's just purely aesthetics. It's not clean. So
Interesting. That's true though.
So may mga
Ayun.
basura sa ilalim yun.
For sure.
sure.
Oh.
And then ayun. So it's like parang lang din tao. Malinis ka sa labas, pero sa loob.
You don't groom yourself. Hindi ka well groomed. Totoo yan. Totoo.
But boys, now that we've tackled like substantial things with our lovely guest, Miss Bash, you all have like burning questions that you've been wanting to ask Bash for the longest time. Though. Just to like,
Burning question.
yeah, just to like, just to like have fun a bit while we start to like wrap up things in a while. Just to turn it up a bit. Dons, I know you've been wanting to ask Bash something. Give it to her.
No, actually, the sustainability questions, that was really it. Pero
No.
siguro,
Yes.
sige ito. So, di ba, your long-term plan is to eventually like live away from Manila and to live by the beach. Like, that's something you really wanted to do for the longest time. So when let's say that happens, would you ever consider like moving back to the city? Let's say you're established na.
It depends. It depends. Well, right now, like I don't like putting a period lagi sa plans ko.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to leave room for
Yeah.
growth or for change. But I'd like to think na the province, well, my plan kasi is sa province. I still want to stay in the Philippines. There has to be more focus or plans for how the other provinces in the Philippines to rise up. It's sad na almost all opportunities is here in Manila. So I'd like to think na by the time na I get sa province, I can stay there like, yun na. Like I can have my kids study there. Hindi yung parang papadala ko sa Manila para mag-aral, ganon.
Yeah.
Ako yun eh.
Equal opportunity dapat. I'd like to say na I would take the province. So yun. But you have to do what's best for you.
Yeah.
No matter what
Diba
what the
Andy
future brings.
Eigenman?
Yeah. Surgaw na.
In short, iiwanan na tayo ni Basia.
Di
That's
naman. Magzo-zoom ulit.
Mag-zoom na lang.
Zoom everything. G it. Just to catch up. But
What are your top 3 prospects
Anong
na
province?
provinces?
Iloilo.
Yun. Oy,
Yeah,
never pa ako nakapunta dun
Oops. Dog.
It's the
Nope.
best province in the Philippines.
I'd have to.
Kainta yung best.
Kainta all day.
The richest province. Ay, municipality pala.
Yan na. Fonzie and his facts.
So,
Yun.
How about you, Bud? Like any questions that you might want to ask Miss Basia Joaquin, Fonzie?
wala.
Yun.
Yung question ko lang kay Bash, pwede ba pairam si Guppy for a week?
Ha?
Pairam ako ng aso.
Sige, bigay ko sa'yo yung isa naming aso.
Anong aso yan?
Ano yung isang aso niyo?
Doberman.
Surprise na lang. Surprise.
Rottweiler.
Kawawa naman siya, baka wala siyang...
Aspen.
Ayoko
But
na.
yeah. So there you go. I mean, this was like a lovely catch-up session with you too, just to like pick your brain with like the certain initiatives that you've been on and the things that you've actually inspired us to like be more knowledgeable about. So thank you for just like sharing your knowledge with things.
Did I really?
Yeah,
Sustainable living.
Sustainable living Hindi na rin ako magpa-flush. Thanks, Fons.
Huwag na kayo mag-flush. Doon na kayo.
Yo, before we pass it to Bash, any last thoughts, boys?
Fons, ikaw start.
Follow Spotify. Makinig kayo sa Spotify. Yun lang sabihin ko.
The fuck? Yeah, definitely. We have to. We'll bring that up. What about you, Norms? Last thoughts?
Wala naman. Bash, do you want to plug anything?
Wala eh.
Project.
Wala
I
eh.
like that.
Wala ka bang...
Listen to Convos In The Attic. Well, you're listening right now if you made it this far. Thanks.
That's fun. But yeah, so now we pass it to you, Bash. Like, what's a thought that you actually just want to share with people that's listening right now? Is there a general thought that you want to pass, an energy, a vibe, moving forward with life?
Well, I guess it's the one lesson that I really learned so far during this pandemic. It's like continue to live. Like life doesn't stop just because you're at home, or life doesn't stop because you're not able to go out or go through with your initial plans for the year. If it's anything, it's supposed to catapult you to where you have to be. So use this time to like prepare, use this time to like really, like, it's a gift. You know, living right now, it's a gift. And it's a shame if we take that for granted for the people whose lives were really cut short this pandemic.
Damn.
It's true.
Lovely thoughts.
Whoa.
Lovely thoughts. This is real talk. But yeah, I think we just wrapped up a lovely episode with a lovely guest, Miss Basia Joaquin.
Sinipon ako doon.
Yo,
Okay.
Basia and Guppy.
Basia
Yeah.
and Guppy. Like, yo, can we say goodbye to Guppy before we end things? Or is he gone?
He's under the bed, I think. I think he's sleeping. Nagtampo na I wasn't paying attention.
Oh.
So next time you'll see Guppy in Fons' house na.
Yeah. Episode 30.
Guppy
So
episode.
there you go, episode 31, ladies and gentlemen, with Miss Basia Joaquin. Boys, thank you all for coming through. For our listeners, thank you for listening to us again. Check us out, Instagram, Convos In The Attic, or Spotify account. We got hella episodes there. Yeah, check us out. And yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you, Bash. Love you.
Thanks for having me.